Very technical.
And according to the timeline, Wheeler digests this mathematically dense concept during his quarantine period.
Yep. Just 9 days later, he releases a video called Ghost in the System.
He literally takes this logic of stitching together thousands of blurry shots to create a cohesive image, files a copyright for it, and rebrands it as a mystical concept.
He calls it recursive orchestration, or recursive genesis.
He completely stripped away the math.
Totally. He removed the interferometry array, the phase-stable pulses, all the mechanics. He just kept the conceptual result of the equation, the stitched image, and presented it to his audience as his own philosophical breakthrough.
Here's where it gets really interesting. It's as if someone stole the blueprints for a supercomputer, but because they don't know how to build it, they published a fantasy novel about a magical calculating box.
That is a perfect analogy.
Yeah.
Because the sources provide a staggering detail to back that up.
Oh yeah, the AI thing.
Yes. In his own post introducing recursive orchestration, Wheeler admitted to asking other AI systems to define this anomaly for him.
Wait, really? He asked an AI to explain his own supposed epiphany?
Yes. He literally documented his own inability to decode Hamlin's January 20th logic. He couldn't figure out the underlying hardware engineering of SASR.
So he just crowdsourced a philosophical definition from an AI and slapped the name recursive orchestration on it.
That is exactly what happened.
That is wild. Okay, so Wheeler stole the camera lens. He stole the stitching concept to see the data.
Right.
But a camera needs a motherboard to process the image. How on earth did he replicate the underlying hardware environment without completely giving himself away?
Well, this brings us to the second pillar, the hardware root. This is where we see the forensic mirror.
Okay, break that down for us.
Hamlin's original SS-138 engineering logic is based on Marconi synchronization and system isolation.
Meaning you need isolated systems to process this kind of data without corruption?
Exactly. It relies on transceivers and parallel computing environments.
Now, compare that to Wheeler's past baseline. The audit notes that for over a decade, Wheeler built his entire brand citing his own 2014 book, Theoria Apophysis.
Yeah, and in that book, and for 10 years following it, he defined dielectricity simply as a basic pressure.
Just a static physical pressure.
Right. But after the January 20th injection, Wheeler suddenly starts lecturing about a dielectric network that operates like an isolated sandbox environment.
All to explain iterative problem solving.
Mechanically, you cannot have a network that solves problems iteratively without the specific synchronization and isolation protocols that Hamlin provided.
Right, because a static pressure doesn't compute data.
No, it doesn't. Wheeler is attempting to use Hamlin's transceiver mechanics, but he's desperately trying to cram them into his old 2014 branding of dielectricity.
And the extent he goes to make this fit is just absurd.
Oh, it really is.